You're watching Monty TV. I'm Jackie Karsh, joined now by Christian Weedbrook. He's the founder and CEO of quantum computing company Xanadu. Thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Thank you for having me.
So what does Xanadu do differently when it comes to quantum?
So Xanadu actually builds photonic quantum computers. So these are computers that are based on lasers and optical components, and they allow you to scale up to very large size quantum computers.
Now, we've heard about quantum for quite some time. The company has been around for 8 years. When are we going to reach the point that quantum is actually integrated into, major enterprises?
Yeah, so the first big step towards that was Xanadu demonstrated quantum supremacy about 18 months ago. And essentially that showed for a very specific math problem that you can actually solve problems that would have taken world's fastest supercomputer 7 million years. So that was a very important problem. We solved it in 2 minutes. And after that now is really getting to these quantum data centers, as we call them, that can start solving important customer problems. So to answer your question, we're on that track. We're looking around the next 3 to 5 years to actually have something that customers are looking for.
How do you think quantum is going to change our world as we know it in the next 10 years?
A lot, in a big way. So the problems that quantum computing can solve very well will be in very dramatic fields such as drug discovery, so pharmaceuticals, quantum chemistry, so think of next generation batteries, artificial intelligence is a big one, and also logistics.
Do you think that there needs to be some necessary regulation put into place before quantum becomes mainstream?
So whether we like it or not, governments around the world are starting to think this way as well. And I think, within reason, regulations are needed and important. So we're monitoring that, particularly from the US. The US and Canada are thinking about these sorts of regulations, because it is related to national security. And we're hearing a lot of people talk about AI being like a sovereign technology. We also believe that quantum will be a sovereign technology as well.
What should enterprises do to get their companies ready for quantum?
Yeah, that's a good question because we're seeing the last few years a lot of companies, as I mentioned, automobile companies, but finance, drug discovery companies are looking into quantum now. It's important to get started now. The technology, as I mentioned, is still not too far away, 3 to 5 years away. It takes a long time to understand quantum and understand how to actually incorporate it into your company. We're seeing that now with the productization of AI. It just doesn't happen. It takes a few years to do that. So quantum needs to be started now. I think, to answer your question, companies need to be working with startups like Xanadu and others. They can educate them. Xanadu is using light or photons. There are other approaches. So understanding, educating yourself on the different approaches and what they can do.